Hello, homies! I'm your boy, Mr. Hepton, and today we're diving into an absolute banger of a Donghua that's got everyone talking. We're kicking things off with tales of herding gods. Trust me, this one's special. The animation is clean, the mystery is thick, the fights are gonna be insane, and the world building? Next level. So with full excitement, let's jump straight into this story. The story begins in the middle of the night, where we see a crying baby drifting down a river inside a basket. Behind the basket, a terrifying darkness is slowly chasing him. But around the baby's neck, there's a glowing golden jade pendant. That pendant shines brightly and protects the baby from the darkness. Seeing the baby all alone, the elders of a nearby village bring him into their home. But even then, the baby doesn't stop crying. One elder says, "How did this child survive in such deep darkness? What if this baby is actually a monster?" Then an elder who cannot speak uses sign language to explain something to a monk elder. The monk elder tells everyone that the jade pendant's aura feels exactly like the statue guarding their village, and that pendant has the power to repel darkness. It might be because of this jade pendant that the baby survived the night. Suddenly, an elder with only half a body angrily says, "If this kid doesn't stop crying, I'll throw him outside." And he actually tosses the baby outward. At that exact moment, a one-legged elder rushes in and catches the baby mid-air. Then a blind elder speaks up and says, "All of us here are disabled, and we all have our reasons that force to live in this great Daksu. In such a dangerous place, even taking care of ourselves is difficult. How can we raise a child?" Next, a masked elder suggests something shocking. He says, "Why don't I poison him once? He'll stop crying, and later we can detoxify him." But before anything happens, Granny appears and instantly drives away the insect that masked men summoned on the baby. She angrily scolds them, saying, "How dare you even think of doing something like this?" She continues, "I have a cow, and I can raise this child using its milk. I don't need your support." Then Granny turns to the village chief and asks him, "What do you thinks?" The village chief replies, "Finally, our Canlao village might have a truly healthy person." Hearing this, the monk elder says, "Since even the village chief has accepted him, we should give the child a good name." The village chief notices that the jade pendant has the word Chin engraved on it, so he decides the surname will be Chin and the name will be Mu. That's how the child is named Chin Mu. All the elders start repeating the name Chin Mu and laugh together. Now let me explain something important here. The Great Daksu is a land that has been abandoned by the gods. Every single night, darkness descends upon this land, killing all living beings and leaving behind only skeletons. Overall, this place is extremely mysterious and dangerous. The scene then shifts, and we see Chinmu swinging peacefully inside his basket. Suddenly, an evil spirit approaches Chinmu, but instantly, Granny Sei uses her thread technique to seal that evil spirit away. In the next scene, all the elders are staring closely at Chinmu. As soon as the monk elder picks him up, Chinmu urinates on him. Moving forward, we see Chinmu growing up and playing fearlessly. Sometimes he jumps into water. Sometimes he leaps high into the air. Sometimes he goes into the forest and plays with insects. Once, he even falls from a small cliff, causing all the elders to panic. A one-legged elder runs forward to save him, but suddenly a giant eagle appears and grabs Chinmu. When the elder tries to rescue him, Chinmu sticks his fingers into the elder's eyes, causing the elder to fall right there. The eagle mistakes Chinmu for food and throws him toward its chicks. But even from there, Chinmu casually escapes in a playful way. As time passes, Chinmu grows older, and now Chinmu is an 11-year-old cow-herding boy. Now, Chinmu goes into the forests around the village to collect herbs, carefully selecting them one by one. While doing this, he suddenly stops in front of a statue of an old man and starts staring at it. When the shadow of clouds covers the statue, a strange energy aura emerges from it, and the stones lying on the ground begin floating in the air. As soon as sunlight returns, the stones fall back down. Seeing this, Chinmu gets frightened, bows to the statue, and runs away. In the next scene, Chinmu is climbing onto the face of a statue and reaches its top knot. He stretches lazily, throws a stone into the air, and then falls asleep right there. As he sleeps, giant eyes appear behind him, and seeing them in his dream, Chinmu wakes up in fear. Granny Sei scolds him, saying, "I sent you to collect herbs, but you fell asleep before darkness arrived. This time I saved you, but if this happens again, I won't be able to protect you." The scene then shifts to the village entrance, where Chinmu is walking with the village chief and Granny Sei. Chinmu asks the village chief, "You always say that terrifying creatures roam in the darkness and kill people. What exactly are they?" The chief replies, "What they are doesn't matter to you. Just understand this much: so long as this statue stands here, darkness cannot enter the village. Chinmo then asks, what is so special about these statues that they protect us from the darkness? The village chief answers, our great Daksu is filled with many secrets, and a little less curiosity will help you live longer. Later, Chinmu takes his cow to graze and says goodbye to his elders, promising to return before darkness arrives. Granny then says, many years have passed, but there is still no sign of Chinmu's awakening. Ordinary people only live for a few decades, and the great Daksu is extremely dangerous. Will Chinmu remain an ordinary person who can never cultivate? How will he survive here? The masked elder says, if we can obtain the blood of the 4 spirits, it could help awaken Chinmu. The scene shifts again, and we see Chinmu grazing the cow, resting against her back, thinking about the darkness and wondering what it really is. Suddenly, the cow panics and starts running wildly. Chinmu chases her and shouts, stop! We need to get home before darkness arrives. The cow suddenly stops, and Chinmu crashes into her. Then a voice cries out, Chinmu, save me. Chinmu, you have to save me. Chinmu looks around, trying to find where the voice is coming from. Then he realizes the cow is speaking. The cow says, I raised you by feeding you my milk. In a way, I am your half-mother. You must save me. Chinmu asks, how can I save you? The cow replies, remove the silver needle embedded in my skull. It has been there for 11 years, and I couldn't remove it myself. Semo says, this looks like Granny's needle. The cow starts crying and says, I gave you nutrition for 11 years. Is this how you repay me? Don't think, just remove the needle. Chinmu becomes emotional and pulls the needle out. As soon as he does, the cow collapses unconscious. Her stomach begins moving violently, frightening Chinmu, making a step back. The cow's body starts tearing apart, and a hand emerges from inside her body. Soon, a woman comes out of the cow, laughing loudly. She says that after 11 years, she is finally free. She declares that she will kill Chinmu first, and then kill all the village elders. She attacks Chinmu. Chinmu escapes and asks who she is and why she transformed into a cow. She reveals that she is the wife of the Lord of Shanglong City, and that Granny sealed her inside the cow to fulfill Chinmu's nutritional needs. After that, she attacks Chinmu again and tells him, you are the reason of your own death. Chinmu tricks her by shouting, Granny, see, you finally come. The woman gets tricked, and Chinmu pushes her into a dangerous flower, then runs away. But the woman is strong and jumps out, revealing her true demon form. As she attacks again, Grandpa Lame's staff strikes the demon woman, saving Chinmu. Granny Sai says that she should have killed her 11 years ago. The reason she kept her alive was Chinmu. If Chinmu didn't exist, do you think you would have survived? How dare you to touch my child? You've used your magic skills on the wrong person. Back then, instead of punishing your husband, you resented innocent women and children and beat them to death. Before the woman can react, Granny's needle pierces straight through her skull, killing her instantly. Chinmu asks, is this the woman is dead? Grandpa Lame says to Chinmu, kid, you lack experience in the martial world. In this world, the weak are prey to the strong to survive. This is our great Daksu. Granny then tells Chinmu, let's return to the village. Today is the big day, the day of your awakening. As they leave, darkness arrives and absorbs both the cow and the demon woman, leaving only skeletons behind. Later that night, a few warriors arrive and observe the demon woman's remained skeleton. They conclude she must belong to a wealthy family from Shanglong City, and after seeing this hole in skull, she must be killed by heavenly demon sect magic user. Their leader declares, follow me tonight in the name of justice. All demons we face in the Great Daksu must be exterminated. And with that declaration, this episode ends right here.